Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Vol State Sports Network. Game 2 of the TCCAA showcase here at MTSU in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Vol State will take on the Motlow State Bucks, who get their first action. They're taking infield and outfield practice. Each team gets that before their first game. Southwest Tennessee and Chat State just concluded in a 5-5 tie in 7 innings. Vol State won game 1 over the Tigers, Chattanooga State, 3-1. Winning pitcher Nick Godsey got his first win of the fall season. He moves to 1-0. Our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, J.C. Menendez, went 2 for 3, scored a couple of runs, drove one in as an extra hitter for the Pioneers, who hit 10 in fall league games. We're going to see the Motlow State Bucks hit 11 in their lineup. Dan McShay, he does not adhere to any kind of rules or regulations in the fall. He's going to be substituting freely in the field and I'm sure at the plate as well. Appreciate him providing me a lineup of sorts. This is fall baseball in a showcase. It's not the regular rules and regulations of the spring season by any means. But, this is the finish of the third showcase of the fall season. Vol State will be in Millington, Tennessee, just outside of Memphis at USA Stadium. And the number of fields that they have there, several fields. Vol State will play at 12:45 against Lawson State on a backfield. I will not broadcast that game. I will be there. And then a 3:30 game against a junior college you never heard of, National Park College. Not even sure where they're from. I'll do that research during the week. I'll let you know next weekend. That'll be on Saturday, October 4th. Let's get to the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. First for the visiting team here in this game, the Motlow State Bucks. A.J. Jones, the center fielder, will lead off. Andrew Fulmer will play shortstop. He'll bat second. Batting third and playing third, Nick Causey. Hudson Separulo is the cleanup hitter. He'll play first base. Alex Ditmore, one of their DHs. He will also play in the field somewhere. He's going to bat fifth. Alex Rodriguez Gallo behind the plate hitting sixth. Charlie Kapp batting seventh, playing second base. Batting eighth, Axel Diceholm will play left field. Batting ninth is the right fielder, Will Johnson. 10th hitter may not play now. I saw Evan Tomlin down there holding his right arm, so I'm going to assume he is not going to play. He was holding it very gingerly just outside the fence, but he was in the lineup as a possible outfielder and a 10-hole hitter. I don't think he's going to be able to swing a bat the way I saw him holding his arm. We'll see who goes in at that position. And the 11-hole hitter, Caleb Campbell, will also get some time behind the plate. And I think on the mound for the start of the game, Camden Scholler for Motlow State. And now for the Vol State Pioneers. I've lost my glasses. I don't know where they've gone. I'm hunting around for them. Elijah Harris will lead off. He'll play second. Gabe Eddington's going to play center field. Thought he'd be at second base, and Harris would be in center, but Coach McGuire flip-flopping those two players. Gabe will bat second. Easton Denning back in the 3-hole playing first base. He'll get a couple of at-bats, I would assume. Tucker Smith, clean up. He's going to play third. Hudson Blank out in right field batting fifth. Brennan Mueller is the DH. He'll hit sixth. Batting seventh, an extra hitter, Abe Goolsby. He'll also play some first base, I would assume. Tucker Lorenz back out at shortstop. He's going to hit eighth. Adam Gordon in left field batting ninth. Jonathan Stewart behind the plate hitting 10th. And on the mound, right-hander Tyler Zeligman gets his third start of the fall. 6 foot, 190-pound right-hander. It's a sophomore transfer from University of Alabama, Huntsville. He's from Springfield, Tennessee, went to White House Heritage. Exercise science major, the son of Sean and Katrina Zeligman, brother to Lexi, grandson of Paw and Nanny in Greenbrier, and Nana in White House, Tennessee. As I still continue the hunt, it's like, are they on my head? Where? They're not on my face. I have no idea where they could have gotten to. Maybe I've got a throwdown pair somewhere. We'll take a break. We're going to get the field ready. See if I can find my glasses, and we'll be ready for some baseball. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is Vol State.
Good news. I found them. They were laying on the floor. I have no idea where those readers could have gone or how they got down there, but we're good to go as final spray of the infield occurring now. I believe that's Bill Marbett's crew out there, line to line, and Game Time Sports Field. See Bill down there with a rake down past the first base dugout, headquartered out of Columbia. Got his name on the maintenance shed down there at Columbia State. Good man. He's been in the dirt business for a long time, and his folks do an excellent job of getting baseball fields ready, especially for multiple games in a day. So he's up here working with the TCCAA showcase. He also typically handles the conference tournament when it's hosted at Columbia State, and I know he did it at Vol State. I think Chattanooga State handles their own field prep as they did this past May. Walters State, I understand, is getting lights at their field this fall, so they'll probably get in the mix for hosting the conference baseball and softball tournaments. That'll make 4 schools that can host. You have to have lights and an on-campus fields. So Southwest Tennessee has lights, but their home field is at USA Stadium. That's not on their campus, so they don't get to host. Ball State will also host this year's basketball tournament. That'll be in March, and the way things are shaking out right now, I'll be broadcasting that. Not sure who will assist me with that. Might have a student or not sure exactly who that will be yet. That'll be the determination of Athletic Director Bobby Hudson. But while we got a minute, I want to thank those folks that are supporters of Vol State athletics and Vol State baseball. Of course, Toyota of Gallatin provided new scoreboards all around a couple of years ago. They're located right across the street from the eastern entrance of Vol State at 1435 Nashville Pike. General sales manager and Facebook actor there, Jake Thompson, big friend of Vol State athletics. Wayne Hobdy, salesman that I deal with, and Emily Smith. You won't get anybody better in the service department. 615-230-9000, their main number. Also High Point Health, Sumner with Ascension St. Thomas, formerly known as the Sumner Regional Medical Center there right in Gallatin. And their doctors and medical staff assist Justin McKinney, and I'm not sure if the new hire has been formally announced, but if not, coming soon, you'll hear about the new assistant trainer. He's a full-fledged trainer, though. I know him, and he'll be assisting Justin McKinney, the all-world trainer for Vol State. Vol State getting 2 new sports next season, women's volleyball, women's soccer. Also want to thank Dudat Communications for printing and design work of the logo inside the press box and wall art in the locker room. Craig Senard's the owner. They're located in Hendersonville there. Dudat.me, so DODAT.me. If you need it, they can do that. Framework Athletics, Vol State baseball trains over there. Ryan McDuffie, Zach Duke, co-owners there, and I think Twitty City now has a say in what happens at Framework Athletics. Also Summit Concrete. There are Call to the Bullpen, remodeled bullpens, and the late Chuck Akers formerly played right here at MTSU for Coach McGuire. Started that company, and I assume his family is still running that. They do concrete work all over Middle Tennessee, hit after hit. And at Lem Pilkington, the sporting goods store owned by Lem Pilkington, they're in Nashville at 705 Air Park Center Drive. Anything you need for sports, they'll have it there at Hit After Hit. Former neighbor of mine, friend Randy West, one of the owners of Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone. They sponsor our alumni spotlight, provided a pallet of brick pavers for our alumni patio. Keith Green, their division manager in the Gallatin Yard. And Carter Waltz's dad, former Vol State Pioneer the last couple of years. Richard Waltz is the division manager up in Clarksville. Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone, been in business since 1879. They have locations in Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, and Alabama. Line to line and game time sports fields, as talked about, Bill Marbett, Steve Dotson, and their crew. They're out there working right now. The Rock Place, owned by Lee Marbett. That's the son of Bill Marbett, former player at MTSU here for Coach McGuire. They've donated supplies over there at Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. You can get a hold of them at 615-459-9200. They have locations in Smyrna, Spring Hill, and Nashville. Another former player, Troy Harp, he and his wife Stacy own a company called The Curbing Edge. So if you're looking for some decorative curbing, they can handle that for you. Decorative Concrete Curbing Company in Rutherford County since 2002. Go online, Nashville Curbing, C-U-R-B as in boy, ing.com. Jersey Mike's, when we get going in the spring, we'll talk more about them. Jersey Mike's, they'll sponsor the first sub of the game. Jim McGuire doesn't have a lot of subs typically during a game. But as a matter of fact, just had a Jersey Mike sandwich. Got my typical number 9, a Club Supreme. Got a Giant, shared that with Coach McGuire. He couldn't get away. Did see his wife and his daughter and son-in-law and his new grandbaby. It's the first time I've laid eyes on Sutton. They were here for game 1. Not sure if they'll be back for game 2 or not, but this is, of course, Jim McGuire's former employer, Middle Tennessee State University, for 26 years. Jersey Mike's all over here in Murfreesboro. 940 Memory Lane in Gallatin, though. They're the folks that support Vol State athletics right there across the street. Michelle Fuller is their marketing executive. Best sub in Middle Tennessee, as voted by yours truly. Accurate Mortgage, they sponsor our Game Time Temperature. Mike Hoover, father of 2-year player Gage Hoover. They have locations in Cool Springs and Smyrna. Go to AccurateMTG.com. American Legion, Post 17. Greg Johnson, Jerry Bell, and the folks over there, they help out Vol State baseball. Chick-fil-A of Gallatin, owned by Gary and Mary Garrettson. You know, I keep saying that. I want to say, I don't think I've changed that yet. I think that's Craig, not Gary. I'm just going to check it right now. I don't like to be wrong. It is Greg. It'd be too easy if it was Gary and Mary. That's why I knew that was wrong. Greg and Mary, they've been the longtime owners. I think they've been the owners of Chick-fil-A at Gallatin since it's been at Gallatin Road and North Belvedere Drive. MGM Industries donated custom windows to the press box back in 2022. Joe Gaskins, a former Motlow State basketball player and coach, friend of mine from church, and he answered the call when we needed some windows we could look out. They're located in Hendersonville. Right Rug Flooring, Kerry Gilbert, a salesman there. He donated carpet installation for the press box, my home away from home. Amos Blake from Coca-Cola donated the nice refrigerator we have up there in the press box. Hopefully we'll have some new sponsors this coming year. If you have a business and you want to advertise on the Vol State Sports Network, baseball, basketball, softball, it doesn't matter. You can send me an email at tresports@gmail.com, and I will get everything started for you. Dr. T, you did wave. I didn't see you. Said she's sitting right behind home plate. You might be right there in that 103 section. I'm not sure if that's you and Kyle that I'm looking at. Said she waved. I'm not sure if they're listening while they're here at the ball game or not, but the president of Vol State in her second year, very avid Vol State athletic supporter. She has done a lot for Vol State athletics in the short time that she's been here with the Pioneers. Marissa Blank, Josh watching in Illinois, Bell watching in Florida. Marissa, you just can't stay at home. You're either in Illinois, Florida, or Colorado. Grandma Blank watching from a recliner where? Big Ed's birthday today. Big Ed chimed in on the email earlier. Did not say that it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Big Ed. 5-0. Marissa and Josh, the parents of Hudson Blank, who played left field in game 1, playing right field in game 2. The Pioneers have taken the field here for the second game. That's Tyler Zeligman out there getting his warm-up tosses. So Josh and Marissa planning on coming to the last home game for the fall. What is that? That is going to be, that's a midweek game if that's the one you're talking about, the Kansas City Royals scout team, that'll be a Tuesday the 18th, I believe. It may be one I'm not broadcasting. It may be a softball day doubleheader there. I'll be at softball on Monday and a couple other games that I'm scheduled to go across the campus. Put the word out about the top 20 Lady Pioneer softball team that Christian Lynn's got going on over there. If you want to join the show, send an email to treece@gmail.com. You see it right there on your screen. REECE, not part of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup group. Warm-up toss is complete. And we are set for baseball here, game 2. A.J. Jones, A.J.A.Y. Jones, stands in on the right side. And the first pitch by Tyler Zeligman hits him between the 1 and the 2. And that is highly frowned upon. And the penalty for that is A.J. Jones reaches first base with the bruise. 5th hit batter of the year by Tyler Zeligman in his 6 2/3 innings. A.J. Jones, new to the Motlow State Bucks, transferred from Shorter University. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 160 pounds, from Gainesville, Georgia. Now standing in is Andrew Fulmer from Tullahoma, Tennessee. Tullahoma High School, 6'2", 180 pounds. That's the town made famous by Brody Melton, former Ball State Pioneer, now at Milligan Buff as that pitch gets in there for a called strike. Game time temperature, 82 degrees, feels like 84. Brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. Fulmer starting the game at shortstop. Runner at first takes off. Pitch is swung on and popped foul, and an attempted play down there by a fan or coach or somebody who still looks athletic. But he couldn't haul that one in. A.J. Jones, he's a runner, I understand. He will be on the move often if he's on base. And I'm going to bet he's off of this pitch. 0-2, he's not. I bet and lost. That's popped out to right field. Hudson Blank back couple steps. He's underneath it. Make the one-handed grab for out number 1. No hit and run with an 0-2 count. Not sure the other one was a hit and run. It might have been a run and hit. Jones stays put at first base. Let's see if he's on the move. While Nick Causey comes to the plate. He's a sophomore. Might be his 3rd year with Motlow State. He's from Madison, Alabama. Sparkman High School down near Huntsville. Sparkman High School, where Caden Johnson, former left-hander for the Pioneers. Now at, I think, Georgia Gwinnett after a year last year at Tennessee Wesleyan. Zeligman with the runner taken off. The pitch is called a strike. Throw down is right on the money. But apparently Jones gets just underneath the tag. Elijah Harris didn't have to move his glove. Pitch was taken by Causey for a strike. Jones in there with a stolen base. Pretty good throw there by Jonathan Stewart behind the plate. Better watch him. He'll take off, and he does not. Pops off, and he's not going to need to. That ball squirts through the 5-hole and gets to the backstop. Wild pitch moves Jones to third. One out, runner at third. Causey will also get on the mound later in this game, I understand. Chopper to third. Tucker Smith drops it. Tries to pick it up. Can't. And a run's going to score, and Causey's going to reach first on the air. Motlow State takes a 1-0 lead. It is still an earned run, even though Causey reaches on the air. It'll get an RBI and reach on an E5. Left-handed hitting, Hudson Separulo. Transfer from Union University steps in, looks at a called strike. His father is an umpire. He umpired a game last spring at Vol State. I think Hudson, I think he should be showing as a sophomore. He is from Paris, Tennessee. I think he played at Henry County. And I think he was like player of the week or something like that his first week. Check swing. They want to check down at third base. Third base umpire says no. Pretty good size young man. It's 6'5", 2 1/4. Hitting in the cleanup spot. Zeligman going to look for a ground ball to a middle infielder right now. He needs to find the strike zone. Hit batter, stolen base, wild pitch, put A.J. Jones at third after a fly out from Fulmer while Jones was at first base. Causey hit a chopper down to third base. Tucker Smith could not get a throw off. Dropped it right away, went to pick it back up, and had it fall out of his hand again. Popped up on the left side. This should be playable. Over is Lorenz and Smith makes a nice play with the catch and throws into Harris to keep Causey at first. That was a very, very nice play by Smith to make the catch. Out of your viewing area, I'm sure. It was in foul territory. Now Alex Ditmore at DH. One of 11 hitters Coach McShay's throwing out there in the batting order. Breaking pitch, gets the inside corner. Called strike. Adam Gordon in left. Gabe Eddington in center. Hudson Blank in right. Tucker Smith at third. Tucker Lorenz at short. Elijah Harris at second. Easton Denning at first. And Jonathan Stewart behind the plate. Catching Tyler Zeligman. Throw over. Causey, the third baseman. Back in time. Nick Causey, two-way player, third baseman, and a right-handed pitcher. My recollection, he brings it. He's got a little pace on his fastball. Off-speed pitch. No, that's an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Must have been a little bit up. Looked like Zeligman is throwing the ball harder than that in this inning. There's a sharp breaking pitch that catches the inside corner. Count goes 2-2. Catcher Alex Rodriguez Gallo is on deck. Long pause and a runner takes off. Pitch is a ball and throw down, not in time. Full count Ministries, full count now to Ditmore. Second stolen base of the inning. Stewart had to make the catch inside on his glove side and had to then turn his body back to get the throw off. Causey with a pretty good jump. Fastball fouled off the screen. If you were with us in first game, full count, first pitch foul ball. On the first pitch after the count becomes full if the batter swings 53% of the time in least JUCO baseball. They fouled it off. Another foul ball, but that doesn't work into the equation. 2 years I kept up with that stat just for the fun of it to see. And that's where it landed, right at 53%. 1 run in on no hits. There's been an error. Swing and a miss as Ditmore was behind. Seligman gets the strikeout. 1 run, no hits. 1 error and 1 runner was left aboard. We're heading to the bottom of the first. Fall State getting there. Time with the Sticks. We'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network.
The Volunteer State has always been home to pioneers. Dreamers and hard workers blaze their paths here. From the TVA to Mountain Dew to touchscreen monitors to the Grand Ole Opry, Tennessee has been home to innovators, creators, and entertainers. From humble beginnings to changing the world, Tennesseans have pushed the boundaries of what is possible. We pioneer healthcare, infrastructure, engineering, and product development. At Volunteer State College, we've developed our degree certifications to carry the torch of Tennessee's success with flexible options to help you blaze your pathway. We are searching for pioneer-minded students who are on their own journey of growth. Learn how these pathways are shaping the future of Tennessee. Like those that have come before, blaze your pathway. Your career awaits. Vol State.
College football Saturday going on. Washington Huskies taking on the #1 Ohio State Buckeyes. Watching that a little bit. Looks like it went to halftime. I was trying to see how Ohio State scored their touchdown. They lead 7-3. OH. There might be somebody out there that completed that. I have the bumper sticker that says I wasn't born in the South, but I got here as quick as I could. 1979 when I came south, and have not lived up north longer than a summer. Enjoy my time in the South. Number 8, he's the starting pitcher, Camden Scholar. Scholar from Christiana, Tennessee, Riverdale High School. He's a Warrior. 5'11", 175 pounds. Ball State, the home team here in Game 2. Elijah Harris leads off. Playing second base. He swings at the first pitch, pops this one up in the infield. Should be Hudson Separulo. Makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 out. Gabe Eddington, who closed out Game 1 on the mound, got the save, his second of the year. Stands in, batting second. See if he takes the first pitch. He does. There's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. It's one of those, you just get it over and dare the batter to swing at the first pitch. Don't want to get 2 pitches and 2 outs. There's a ground ball to shortstop. I think that's Andrew Fulmer, and the Separulo stays on the base. Says the first base umpire. That's 3 pitches and 2 outs. And that'll bring Easton Denning to the plate. Easton 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts in Game 1 after a hot weekend up in Marion, Illinois. Looking to get back in the groove here in Game 2. Saw his family after Game 1. I think they've got a couple of sporting events today. Big left-handed hitter. There's a ground ball to second. Should be a 1-2-3 inning. I think that's Charlie Kapp throws over to first. Pop out and a couple of ground outs. End the bottom of the first. Quick inning there. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We are at MTSU at the TCCAA Showcase.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit fallstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses. Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, Ball State is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit fallstate.edu to learn more.
Tyler Zeligman back out for the second inning for Vol State. He'll face 6, 7, and 8 in the Motlow lineup. Alex Rodriguez, Gallo, Charlie Kapp, Axel Diceholm. 1-0, the Bucks lead. First pitch that was delivered by Zeligman in the first hit A.J. Jones right in the back. So Tyler ahead in the game here in the second. First pitch just stayed inside. Ball one. Swing and a miss by Gallo. Hit .342 a year ago, played in 22 games. Looks to be their starting catcher this year. Had 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Nick Causey hit .398 for them, and he was second on the club. There's the second hit batter of the game by Zeligman. Tyler in 6 2/3 innings in his first 4 appearances, giving up 6 hits, 8 runs, 6 of those are earned, walked 5, struck out 8, and hit 4. So he's now hit 6, came in with an 8.10 ERA. Charlie Kapp stands in, second baseman for the Bucks. So another leadoff batter on base. Popped up, that's back this way. That'll get straight behind me and hit off the roof of the press box. Have not seen a true double play today. Pioneers had a strikeout and to an interference by the batter while the runner at first was going, so it turned into 2 outs on 1 play. I counted it as a caught stealing, but the throw actually went through the throw over to first. Gallo back. Let's see if Gallo had any stolen bases a year ago. 1 for 2. Does not go. There's ground ball just inside the fair line, down the left field line. Getting to it, Adam Gordon, his throw to third base is late, and it gets by. That'll be a double for Charlie Kapp. Smith dove for it. Came up lacking there, and Gordon was able to get over to it, but not quickly enough to throw out Gallo at third. I don't know that he would have gotten Kapp. That's why I'm going ahead and scoring it as a double. Again, I am not. There's not an official score for these games. Each team keeps their own for their own purposes. I just happen to be the guy that Coach McGuire relies on for his stats in the fall, and nearly another hit by pitch to Axel Diceholm. He has to get out of the way of that inside fastball dialed in there at 88 miles an hour. They're going to say it hit him. So 3 hit batters. Diceholm from Bowling Green, Kentucky, Barron County High School, as Tucker Lorenz wants to come in and have a chat with Tyler Zeligman. Bases loaded, nobody out. Will Johnson from Danville, Kentucky, transfer from Southeastern Illinois, stands in. Playing right field, open stance in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch misses down low. Evan Tomlin is not in the on-deck circle as I suspected. Ends up being Caleb Campbell, so maybe they'll only hit 10 batters. Nice stop by Jonathan Stewart on a pitch low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. We'll see if they put somebody else in the 11th spot or they just go ahead and move on up to the leadoff batter. Popped up and out of play. So a hit batter, a double, and another hit batter have loaded the bases here in the second. In the showcase rules in the modified game, there's no pitching changes unless a pitcher gets injured. Tyler Zeligman will have to finish out the inning. 3 runs the most you can score. And I think it might be a 25 pitch limit or a 7 batter limit, somewhere around in there is what they kind of do. And then they'll just roll it over despite getting 3 outs. But get 3 outs with this pitch right here. Not on that ball. That's lined into right center field. A diving attempt by Hudson Blank. He was about 10 feet short on that. That's going to drive in 2 runs on the single. Gabe Eddington gets over there. That was a dying soft line drive. 2 RBIs for Will Johnson. Runners now at the corners as Gallo and Cap come in to score. And that is what's going to happen. Caleb Campbell is the 10-hole hitter. There's not an 11-hole hitter, as was originally planned. Evan Tomlin did something apparently to his right arm. Throw over to first. Johnson back in time. Fouled off to the right side. That'll get on the top of the shed of the hitting facility. 1 run in the first, 2 so far here in the second for Motlow State. Gritty team, typically with Motlow. Breaking pitch catches good part of the plate there as Zeligman gets ahead, 0-2. Control has been an issue, throw over. Ball State had 5 pitchers in game 1, 6 walks, 1 hit batter. Did strike out 8 Chattanooga State Tigers. That ball is hit well to left field. Back goes Gordon, and he's going to make the catch. Tagging from third is Diceholm. We'll bring in another run. There's the first out of the second. That will roll it over, as that is the 3-run limit. So 3 runs, 1 hit, no errors. We don't count left on base when you don't get 3 outs. So 4-0. Tyler Zeligman will finish his day with 1 1/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. Did not walk a batter. Struck out 1. Did plunk 3 batters. Ended up facing 10. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the bottom of the second. You're listening to the Ball State Sports Network. Tucker Smith, Hudson Blank, Brennan Mueller to face Camden Scholar here in the bottom of the second. Smith 1 for 3 in game 1. Fly out, strike out, and a single up the middle. 4 at-bats now. He has swung at the first pitch every time. He hit it once. That was on his base hit up the middle. He had to back away from an inside breaking pitch. Pioneers went 1-2-3 in the first. I'm not sure that Scholar threw 10 pitches. And then we got 2 outs with 3. Ground ball chopped to third. Nick Causey throws over to first for the first out in the second. Third, short, and second have all had opportunities. 4 assists so far. Separulo, the first baseman, has also caught a pop-up. So everybody's been involved in defense in the infield. Hudson Blank takes a called strike. Hudson 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch in game 1. Played left field. Chops that one foul. Third base umpire makes a play. Big Ed, birthday today. Hudson's grandfather up in Marissa, Illinois. As they are the family divided today. They are all over the place. Dr. T, the president of Vol State, is here in attendance. Can't hear you down there, though, Dr. T. Wave and a miss on a slow breaking pitch high and away. Sits down Blank. That's 5 straight that have been retired by Scholar. It's his first strikeout. Now Brennan Mueller, designated hitter, transferred from MTSU. He and Bradley Pippin were here last year. He's from Forest High School nearby. Chapel Hill, Tennessee is where his hometown is. 6 foot, 205-pound business administration major, son of Jason and Kelly Mueller, brother to Paxton and Adeline. 2 balls, no strikes to the left-handed hitting. It's corner infielder. Might have played a little bit of outfield. Big Daddy and Mimi are in Chapel Hill, as are Papa and Grandma. Takes a breaking pitch over the plate, but apparently a little high, and he's got a 3-ball no strike count. Brennan also shows as a two-way player as a pitcher, but have not seen him on the mound. I think he's had some arm issues. Takes a called strike there. Got a couple of hits in 7 games played. He's also walked 3 times. Looking for a pitch to hit here. It holds up. Let's see. They will not appeal down to third. I think the catcher asked to appeal, but home plate umpire did not ask the third base umpire. So Mueller's on at first with a 2-out walk. Now Abe Gillsby stands in. Abe, a Gallatin High School product. 3 hits in 6 games that he's played. Looks at a fastball way wide. Abe, a sophomore. Played in 5 games a year ago. Couple of hits in 3 at-bats. One of those hits was a double. Able to hold up on the breaking pitch that misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. 6'3", 215-pound sophomore from Gallatin, Tennessee, a physical therapy major, the son of Keith and Molly Gillsby. I'm sure they're here. Amy, older sister of All State and Tennessee Tech alum. Adam, his brother, played baseball at Lee University. They are both older than young Abe. He's got an Uncle Bryant, Uncle Rick, and Aunt Mary, and Uncle Wes that root for him when he's playing. That pitch gets underneath the armpits for a called strike. That's a 3-0 strike right there. See head coach Dave Shelton with Walter State coming up to the top of the bleachers in front of the press box. 3-1, grounded to short, slow roller, and that's going to be boxed right there by Andrew Fulmer, the shortstop. That play was just a little bit too easy for him, I think. Now an error on each squad continues the inning for Tucker Lorenz. Tucker needs to get off the schneid here. He was 0 for 3 in game 1. Went deep to right field in game 1 on a fly ball. His very first at-bat. Took the right fielder to the middle of the warning track, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off to the left side. So I believe it was an SUV. I went out for lunch to Jersey Mike's and came back and thought there's no chance my parking spot's still there. Drove by it. It was not. Somebody from Loudoun County was in my spot. I said, Tucker Lorenz's family stole my primo location. Runner is going to take off to third, and Mueller gets in there as like the ball just came in and out of the glove of Gallo. Let me see if I can check that again. So I can see that on the replay. I think that's probably a pass ball. Gillsby does not go. He's at third or first base. So runners at the corners brought to you by Line to Line. Another foul ball off to the left side. I think that's still Gallo behind the plate. Swing and a miss. Lorenz down on strikes, and that ends the inning. Second strikeout for Scholar. I assume his day is complete. No runs in the inning, no hits. Was 1 error and 2 runners were left aboard. We're through 2, scheduled for 7 here at the TCCAA Showcase at Middle Tennessee State University.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At Vol State, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at Vol State are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now, Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers. If you're pursuing the CIT program at Ball State, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for Vol State. Trenton Miller on for the Pioneers, 6'4", 230-pound redshirt sophomore. He's a right-hander out of Greenbrier, Tennessee. Saw his mom and dad, Bill and Treva, are here, and I think maybe both of his sisters, Presley and Kendall. Nanny's in Kingston Springs, Tennessee. Trent, second pitcher on. It is his fifth appearance of the year, 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 4 runs. Only one of those was earned. Has walked 10 batters, also struck out 10, has plunked 2, 1.59 ERA, and batters hitting 158 off Trent. And his issue is like Tyler Zeligman, is control. Throws it hard enough. He's in the upper 80s, touch low 90s for sure. Had an excellent outing. I believe that was up in Marion at Mountain Dew Park. He will face the top of the order, A.J. Jones, Andrew Fulmer, and Nick Causey. Big number 19 on the mound. Said he wasn't feeling too good. First pitch, he spikes down in the artificial turf. The area at home plate and down both warning tracks in front of the dugouts is new artificial turf. The playing surface, there's a bunt laid down, and Tucker Smith bare hands throws, and no chance to get A.J. Jones. Apparently he's pretty quick. Was hit by a pitch in the first one delivered by Zeligman. Here he gets him a bunt single. Smith playing way too far back. Was not ready for that one. Andrew Fulmer looks at a pitch down low. He flew out to right field in the first inning. Throw over, and Jones is back. Hands first. Fulmer, the shortstop of the throw over. Not in time. Jones goes to the back of the bag. Hands first. College baseball, you can throw over as many times as you want. See if he throws over a third time. I would. He would. He does. Jones flexing like he's taking off. Do it again, Trent. He's going to go. He takes off, pitch is delivered. It's a called strike. Throw down, gets underneath the glove of Elijah Harris. Another stolen base. For Jones, that's 2 for him. Runner in scoring position with nobody out. Tucker Lorenz trying to keep the runner close at second. Ground ball right in the hole that's vacated by Tucker Lorenz. It's going to be another run. Throw home is cut off. They've got the runner at second. And Fulmer is retired on the 7-5-4. but an RBI single for Fulmer. Good job by Adam Gordon to hit the cutoff man. See if this is Nick Causey or they're hitting somebody else. Nope, that's Nick Causey. The breaking pitch gets in there for a called strike. I don't think he is set to pitch until the third pitcher for them, so Scholler goes 2. Tentative lineup was Jordan Watson next, then Nick Causey, then Andrew Fulmer, the runner who just got thrown out at second. They've got 2 position players that they're expecting to get on the mound. 2 balls and a strike. Causey reached on an error on a ground ball to Smith at third in the first inning. It drove in a run, fouled off of Causey's foot. Motlow State Bucks, Tullahoma, Tennessee. Breaking pitch grounded 2 short. Lorenz fields on the run and straightens up. Throws over to Denning at first for out number 2. Tucker had an error in game 1 on a play that he had charged like that. Could not get control of the ball. This one hops right into his glove and he straightens up and throws Causey out. Brings up Hudson Ceparulo. Common spelling of Ceparulo, by the way, if you're scoring at home. Ceparulo. People at his high school said, I don't believe you're from around here. Just kidding. I don't know what they said. I don't know where he's from, but that's one of those good northeastern names, or at least northern names. People have easier names down here in the South, I've found. Miller, Stewart, Harris, Denning, Smith. Get crazy and go to Gabe Eddington. Those are pretty easy. Ceparulo looks at breaking pitch up and away. Betting he gets a lot of sep. Right-handed thrower, left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss on a 2-2 pitch, and I got that as a strikeout, the scoreboard had it as a strikeout, and I had it as 3-1. I looked at the scoreboard there and I said, okay, apparently I'm wrong, but I was right. Full count Ministries, full count. 2 outs, nobody on. Drove that one glove side, ball 4. Bunt single to lead off the inning, A.J. Jones. He stole second, scored on a base hit to left field by Andrew Fulmer, who was thrown out trying to go to second on the throw to the plate. The first out, Nick Causey grounded out. Ceparulo walks, brings up Alex Ditmore, the DH. He looks at a pitch that misses somewhere. Ditmore struck out to end the first. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Check to see if anybody has sent any additional emails. If they have, it's not come through my phone yet. Throw over to first. Ceparulo is back in time. We've got a Hudson at first base, a Hudson in right field. 2 Tuckers on the left side of the infield. Breaking pitch misses up. Now the count goes 3 balls and no strikes. Scoreboard operator is taking a nap. It's showing 1 ball, no strike. Now he shows up. Now it's 3-0. 3-0 right down the pike. Runner does not go, and the pitch is high for ball 4. 5 batters have come to the plate. 4 of them have reached. Couple of singles, couple of walks. Jonathan Stewart out to confab with Trent Miller. Jonathan, a transfer from Daytona State, Smyrna Bulldog. A full count rhythm champion from this past season in the Ohio Valley League. Alex Gallo at the plate. He was hit by a pitch, and he's hit by a pitch again. Breaking pitch catches him on that left elbow. That is the 4th buck that has been hit by a pitch. Bases are loaded to walks and hit batters. Charlie Kapp doubled right down the third base line in the second. Steps in. Two outs, bases loaded. Hit well to left field. Adam Gordon back. He is going back. He's watching that one. Hits off the base of the wall. 2 runs will score on the stand-up double. And that's 2 doubles for Cap. 2 RBIs. That one nearly left the yard. And we're going to roll it over based on, I would assume, pitches thrown or batters. So another rollover inning. Two-run score. I'm sorry, 3-run score. That's what didn't color in A.J. Jones, who scored on that single by Fulmer. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and again, don't show left on base on a rollover inning. Trent Miller goes 2/3 of an inning. Not sure if he'll come back out for his second inning. We'll take a break and be right back. Ball State's at bat in the bottom of the 3rd. Nine, 10, and 1 due up for the Pioneers. Still on the mound, Camden Scholler. Going to face Adam Gordon, Jonathan Stewart, and Elijah Harris in his 3rd inning of work. Not allowed a run or a hit. Struck out a couple batters and walked 1 as he gets a wave and a miss there. Gordon, a transfer from UT Martin. From Lebanon, Tennessee, went to Friendship Christian High School. Son of Chris and Amy Gordon, brother to Evan. Takes a breaking pitch down low. 2 balls and a strike. Nana's in Memphis, Granny's in Lebanon. Pitch nearly hit his hands. 3 balls and 1 strike. Playing in his 8th game, has a couple of hits, including a double. 2 RBIs. Fouls that one off the screen, and the count goes full. Full Count Ministries, full count. Stay tuned after the game, or actually toward the end of the game, we'll have the second Full Count Ministries verse of the game, using their broadcast equipment for road games. And Adam Gordon takes a called strike 3. Strikeouts have been an issue for Adam. That's his 9th of the fall. This is a backward K in the books for first out in the 3rd. 3rd strikeout for Scholler. Right-hander from Riverdale High School. Right here in Murfreesboro. Yanks the first pitch that he delivers to Jonathan Stewart. Stewie hit an absolute bomb up at Mountain Dew Park. Seldom do you see a ball go out to right center field as far as it did. He hits one high down a right field line. Giving chase is Will Johnson, but it lands just in the bullpen area. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. So Stewie at the Full Count Ministries banquet on Thursday night at Long Hollow Church. Of course, he played for the Full Count Rhythm, ultimate champions in the Ohio Valley League. As 1 ball, 1 strike. It's shown 0-1 there. The scoreboard makes the change. Breaking pitch stayed inside. 6'2", 190-pound redshirt freshman from Smyrna. Sports management major. Todd and Kasha Stewart are his parents. Scott and Molly, his brother and sister. Just missed there. And another 3 ball, 1 strike count. Papa and Nana in San Antonio, and Papa and Mimi are in Springfield, Missouri. See if Stewie unloads here on a pitch in the strike zone, and might have been ball 4, but he's anxious to swing the bat. Good run on that pitch, arm side for Scholler, and a Full Count Ministries full count. Swing and a miss. Scholler in that groove of 3-1 and coming back. This one a swinging strikeout. Did not give in and give Jonathan a 3-2 fastball. Elijah Harris swung at the first pitch he saw, popped out to the first baseman. An aggressive swinger takes a breaking pitch for a strike. Ball State looking for their first hit as Scholler's gone through the first 10 in the batting order without allowing a hit. Only allowed a walk. Runner did reach on an error. Not his fault. So he's had a pretty successful showcase here. Sharply hit ground ball to Harris's counterpart, Charlie Capp, who throws him out at first base. Another 1-2-3 inning for Vol State. Through 3 innings, still looking for their first hit. One game won, 3-1 over the Chat State Tigers. Trail by a touchdown and an extra point here against Motlow. We'll be right back. Summit Concrete called to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Aiden Smith on for Vol State, 6'1", 180-pound freshman from Rossview High School. Paul and Jeanette Smith, his parents, Tripp and Peyton, his brothers. Pop and Nana in Clarksville, Papa and Mammy in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. No, you good. Smith will face number 8 hole hitter Axel Diceholm. Could not hold up on the breaking pitch. Diceholm hit by a pitch. I think he had an 0-2 count. Faced Tyler Zeligman. Aiden Smith, the third pitcher on for Vol State. Gavin King up in the press box here. Played at Vol State this past spring. Got his first action after Tommy John surgery. I believe it was back in April against Cumberland Junior Varsity squad. Pitched in the MLB Draft League. Is that in slow roller to Lorenz, and that's his play right there. He can glove and throw on the run with the best of them. First batter retired for the first time in the ball game by Vol State pitching. Aiden Smith pitching from the stretch, facing Will Johnson. His fastball is up 89 miles an hour, says the radar gun on the scoreboard in right center field. Johnson delivered a single with the bases loaded. Drove in 2 runs. And Caleb Campbell ended the inning with a sacrifice fly that required the rollover due to the 3-run rule in an inning. Smith now behind 2-0, gets a swing and a miss. Aiden's 5th appearance of the year. Camp goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's got 5 innings under his belt, giving up 3 hits, no runs. Walked 3, struck out 8. Opponent's hitting 167. $18 batters. On deck is Caleb Campbell. Just missed with the breaking pitch. Johnson did not bite, and the count goes full. Full count, Ministries full count. Gavin King played at Liberty Creek High School. Was originally recruited by South Carolina. Ended up going to a JUCO down in Florida. I always forget which one it is. Maybe Northwest or North, South, North. I don't know what it was. One of those junior colleges, but he was recovering from Tommy John surgery that he got his senior year of high school. South Carolina pulled his scholarship, throwing in the mid-90s in high school. Ended up transferring to Vol State after the Christmas break. Campbell takes ball 1. Got a handful of appearances. Did pitch in the conference tournament. He was the final pitcher, actually, in the game. Trying to think. That ball squirts away from Jonathan Stewart, but the runner stays put. Will Johnson at first. Trying to think who. Oh, Vol State played Jackson State in that game. Got away from the Pioneers early, but Gavin King ended up pitching there. There were several people there to see him. Ended up playing, I think, for Trenton out of New Jersey. That foul ball down the right field line. Not sure how many appearances he got this summer. I would check his stats from time to time. And he had committed to continue his college career at MTSU. If he didn't get drafted, he did not get drafted. So he's here, and wasn't expecting him. Stick his head through the window just to my left, but he's sitting in the main press box just to the left of my broadcast booth. I am borrowing the Blue Raiders Network's booth. 3-1 is fouled down the third base line, and a full count. Ministries full count. Hopefully Gavin has fully recovered and can throw with zero pain. Full count pitch, and that's a hit batter. Gamble didn't try very hard to get that left elbow out of the way. And now 5 plunkings by 3 pitchers. Walks and hit batters. 7 of them, make it 8. Aiden Smith has got 1 each. One out, 2 on. Top of the order, A.J. Jones, who laid down a bunt leading off the third, batting for the 3rd time in the ballgame. Spiked fastball, and Jonathan Stewart smothers that one. Fastball misses outside. Not a guy you want to put on the bases, but then again, there would be a couple of guys in front of him, so he's not just going to be cut loose. Will Johnson drew a 1-out walk. Caleb Campbell drew a full count hit by pitch as Aiden Smith wheels off but does not throw. That's his one and only allowed disengagement for this at-bat. Delivers fastball away. Now 3 balls and no strikes. On deck, Andrew Fulmer. Jones not a big guy. Just drew a 4-pitch walk. Trevor Muzzi, pitching coach, and head coach Jim McGuire can't be happy with the number of pitches have not scared the strike zone today. Andrew Fulmer will bat with the bases loaded. 1 out. Shortstop, he's calling time. Umpire's going to have to make a note of that. Only allowed a certain number of offensive timeouts. I'm going to have to get the rules on that. The umps make sure that the press box knows about it. Guess I'm going to have to find a place to make note of that. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike as Johnson started. Little jump off of third base. Lifted out to center field. On comes Eddington. He's still coming. Dives. Can't get to it. It gets behind him. They're going to send the runner from third, and Elijah Harris throw to the plate. Squirts by Jonathan Stewart. Another run's going to come in. And that's going to be 3 on 1 play, so that'll be an error on Elijah Harris. And that will end the inning. Another inning that Vol State cannot get 3 outs in. So 2 RBIs for Fulmer. And then an E4 allows A.J. Jones to score the 3rd run. I'll get it all figured out. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. Take a break. Be right back. Ten to nothing. Motlow leads. Have scored 1 run in the first and then 3 in each of the second, third, and fourth innings. New pitcher on for the Bucks. 5'8", 180-pound left-hander Jordan Watson from Morristown, Tennessee. Morristown West High School. That's where Walter State is located. He will come on to face 2, 3, and 4 of the Vol State lineup. Gabe Eddington, Easton Denning, and Tucker Smith. Vol State still looking for their first hit of the ball game. There it is. A little fade to black there real quick. Hit the wrong button. Quickly over to camera number 2, hopefully to see that one drop. Line drive and a first pitch by Gabe Eddington. Ask and you shall receive. Now Vol State looking for the Framework Athletics first run of the game. I'm going to go ahead and use a yard card right here. 3:30 down the right field line, lefty on lefty matchup. Let's say Easton Denning's going to stay in there on maybe a slow breaking pitch. He swings and misses at a disappearing breaking pitch. Grounded out to the second baseman. His first time up. 0 for 4 on the day. I would expect this is his last plate appearance. Throw over to first. Eddington back. That sneaky left-handed move. Got a new first baseman. Gallo no longer behind the plate. He's over at first base. So that means we have a new catcher. Nubbed. That will squib into center field for a base knock. So I lose my yard card, but Easton Denning gets a knock. And back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. Denning will take it. He's 1 for 2. First 2 reach. Tucker Smith at the plate. He can hit a ball a long way. I'm going to throw that baseball out. It's got blue chalk on it. It was cued out to center field. Probably a big old dent in that Wilson A10. I think that's what they're using. Smith grounded out the third in his first at-bat. 1 for 4 on the day. Stands in. Tucker, the transfer from Belmont University. 2 balls and no strikes. 5'11", 210-pound sophomore. Played his baseball at Station Camp High School. Chris and Cecily Smith, his parents, Carly sister. Fouls that one back. Sun starting to come around the left side of the press box. I'll tell you, for an evening game in the spring, I bet you that's not any fun for a broadcaster. Probably right in your eyes, right over the football field. Over in left and left center field. There's an inside move and a Keep changing the camera. Leave it alone. Place to second base. Broadcaster error. Three balls and a strike. On deck. I guess Hudson Blank it is. This showcase is also training for umpires, as there are a bunch that are here. They've been changing every inning. Ball 4, and a runner gets in safely to third base, so it wouldn't have mattered. So no stolen base for Eddington. It's a ball 4, so line drive single by Gabe Eddington, a Q shot single by Easton Denning, and a walk to Tucker Smith have loaded the bases. Hudson Blank struck out swinging in his first at-bat. I guess you can score 6 runs if you score 2, load the bases, and somebody pops a grand slam. Don't know that it's happened, and it doesn't matter. These games don't matter in any kind of a standing at all. Sure don't want to get walloped, though. 10-0 right now. Doesn't look good. So I was saying the umpires, I think they're changing every inning. There's a whole gaggle of them down there past the third base dugout. There's a supervisor that's talking to them now about positioning and form, function. Check swing, foul ball. They get evaluated and get some instruction. I assume they pay to have that happen. Ground ball up the middle and stopped by the second baseman, but he's got no play. That'll be an infield single and an RBI. There's the Framework Athletics. First run of the game driven in by Hudson Blank. Nice stop there by, I'm not sure if it's still Charlie Cap at second. I don't think it is. It's a different arm sleeve out there. Gabe Eddington comes in to score. That'll bring up Brennan Mueller. He still has the bases loaded. Lefty drills one to right field on a line. Will Johnson makes the catch, and Easton Denning cannot score. I would assume he did not go back to third base right away, and Coach McGuire not happy about that. See if I can see the replay if I got it. Yeah, he hesitated. Started to go back, stopped, and then went back. That ball was hit right on the rope, though. Not sure if, I don't know what kind of arm. That ball squeaks through the wickets, and Denning's going to go ahead and come on in on what I believe is going to be a wild pitch. Abe Goolsby at the plate. Has a possible RBI taken away. Now runners a second and third, one out. Breaking pitch catches that outside corner. Jordan Watson, first inning on the mound. So if Goolsby goes ahead and knocks one out of here, that would end up being 5 runs. He's not going to. There's going to be a ground ball. That's going to score the third run. Over to third base, and Goolsby is retired on the ground out. And roll it over. He gets an RBI on the ground out. See if that third baseman turns around. Couldn't catch his number. So a rollover for Vol State as they score 3. and make it a little more of a ball game. 3 runs on 3 hits in the inning, no errors. Ten to 3 as we head to the 5th. Scheduled for 7 innings. There'll be no more or no less unless something crazy happens. We'll be right back after this break. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for Vol State. Jack Lester, two-way player, 6'1", 205-pound sophomore from Collierville, Tennessee. On the mound, he's the 4th pitcher for the Pioneers. He will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Motlow State lineup. Nick Causey, Hudson Separulo, and Alex Ditmore as the first pitch from Lester misses high and inside. Lester gets the breaking pitch on the inside for the call. Jack's 5th appearance. He's got 4 innings, no hits given up, 1 run. It was unearned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Zero ERA, 0 batting average given up. Now gone 3-0 or 3-1 to Causey, who's 0 for 2. And a leadoff walk. Separulo 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Stands in, takes ball 1. Lester usually has pretty good control, so a little bit different right here. We'll see if Jack can do that double play ground ball. He gets a line drive to Tucker Smith, who catches it right off the dirt. His throw to first. Abe Goolsby with the nice stretch. They can't double off Causey. Nice play on the backhand there by Tucker Smith. For out number 1. Ditmore at the plate, throw over. Causey back in time. We'll take a ground ball right here. Breaking pitch catches that outside corner. No double play ball. Popped up into shallow right field. Elijah Harris calling for the baseball. Second baseman makes the catch for out number 2. Aiden Smith, 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 3 runs. 2 of those are earned, 2 walks and a hit batter. Alex Gallo now the first baseman at the plate. Takes breaking pitch just off the outside corner. Been hit by a pitch twice. Swings and misses at the breaking pitch. Right-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. And there it is again. There's Braden Baker all over again. That's the third time that Gallo's been hit by a pitch. It's that breaking pitch. He must have the thickest elbow pad known to man. Ball State's sixth hit batter. Puts runs at first and second. Charlie Kapp at the plate. He's got a couple of doubles, a couple of RBIs, and a run scored. Hit one to the wall last time he was at the plate with the bases loaded. He ended the third inning. 2 runs came in on his double, and then see if that was where the error was. Another one down. Tucker Smith dove, got a glove on it, but that ball backed up on him. He thought it was going to go harder. It was almost a changeup hit down to third base, but he got a glove on it and saved a run. Bases are loaded on the infield single. Charlie Kapp's 3 for 3. If he could have got a glove on it, he probably could have got up and stepped on the base. Alex Diceholm at the plate. Jonathan Stewart has to scramble outside to get that one and keep it off the backstop. Smith dove like it was going to be a hot shot down the third base line. It ended up checking up, and he's athletic enough to get a glove on it. Speaking of athletic, Jonathan Stewart slides again. Pitch in the artificial turf. The only playing surface that is artificial is the baseline, first and third, about 85% of it. Swung on and fouled off. Diceholm, common spelling, D-Y-S-H-O-L-M. Bowling Green, Barron County High School. Freshman, 6'2", 240. Another pitch had to be stopped there by Stewart. And Lester has run out of pitches outside the zone with the bases loaded. 2 outs. Pioneers trying to put a 0 for the first time up on that scoreboard, but Lester going to need to pitch in the zone here for Diceholm, and he doesn't get it. Ball 4 scores the 11th run of the ball game. Second walk of the inning. That'll bring Will Johnson to the plate. 2 outs and the bases juiced. Foul back. Johnson expecting Lester to go ahead and come into the strike zone after the bases loaded walk, and he wasn't wrong. It wasn't right down the can, though. Like he was trying to serve one out to left field. He does not swing at that pitch, and it looked a lot better than the one he did swing at. Been on base both times he's come to the plate. Single drove in 2 runs in the second, walked and scored in the fourth. Lester from the stretch delivers. That's going to just miss inside. Too close to take in my book. Down the first baseline, foul. Gilsby with a dive right onto the white chalk. First base umpire says it's foul. 11 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Motlow State. For some reason they did not give the Pioneers the other hit. I've got them with 3 runs, 3 hits, as that one just misses outside. Lester not getting a call here. Again, goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not sure whose hit they didn't give. Maybe Hudson Blank's infield single. Well, you either got to give him a hit or an error. They didn't give him an error. And a full count Ministries, full count. After Jack Lester got ahead 0-2 on Johnson, he's tried to nibble with the breaking pitch. Has not gotten a call. Sun behind the clouds here as it's gotten dark. Runners on the move. Pitch is swung on and missed. Jonathan Stewart has to step on home plate to complete the out. And he does. And Ball State not get a clean inning, but does not give up the 3 and roll it. Gets the strikeout, does Jack Lester. His first. 1 run on 1 hit in the inning. A couple of walks, a hit batter go along with that infield single. No errors and 3 runners left aboard. Headed to the bottom of the 5th. We'll have the Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. I actually gave it to you earlier. Gavin King, now at MTSU. Played 1 season, actually half of a season, at Vol State. Former Liberty Creek Wolf, also played at what was then known as JP2, John Paul II Catholic School in Sumner County, just on the Davidson County, Sumner County line. Gavin now playing for the Blue Raiders. It'll be his, I guess, his redshirt sophomore year. Right-handed pitcher, 6'4", about 210. Was up here in the press box earlier. Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone provided the pallet of brick pavers for the alumni patio. When it comes time, if you have a sophomore or a player who's leaving after this year, you can send me an email and I'll give you the information to get your player's information on one of the bricks in the alumni patio. It's $100 to buy the brick. It'll have their name, the years they played, and the positions they played. Trying to build that up. See if we can raise some money for the baseball program. Jordan Watson back out for his 2nd inning. Faced a pinch hitter here. Is this Braden Baker? Did not see as he stepped up. It is. He hits a shot to shortstop. Backhanded and thrown from right there. I'm not sure if that's Andrew Fulmer or not. Let's see if he turns around. He does. I think that is still Fulmer. So 1 pitch, 1 out. As Braden Baker pinch hits for Tucker Lorenz, I would assume he goes in to play shortstop. Now Adam Gordon gets his 2nd AB. Struck out looking the first time he came to the plate. One-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Lorenz gets 1 at-bat in game 2. Swing and a miss. Lorenz finishes 0 for 4 today. Count remains 1-2. Gordon reached base on 3 walks and a couple of hit by pitches, but just has not been able to get the bat on the ball when it's in the strike zone. Got a shot, if he hits, to get into the outfield in the spring. Ground ball down the third base line, foul. That's going to be Charlie Capp, who's now down at third base. He's wearing the blue arm sleeve. Separulo back at first. With the catching equipment on, I can't tell who the catchers are, unless I know the number beforehand. This could be Campbell, number 10 behind the plate. Full count, Ministries full count. Another ground ball. And another nonchalant look by Jim McGuire, the third base coach. He does not make plays on ground balls. I don't care how easy they are. That one could have nicked the nail right there. Full count pitch and another full count foul ball. Count remains full. The umpires call it 3-2. I call it a full count. Got to make a decision. Gordon draws the walk. Second walk of the game by Jordan Watson. That will bring up Jonathan Stewart. Struck out swinging in the third. See if Stewie can get a pitch to hit. Straight pitch in there at 80 miles an hour for a called strike at the letters. Throw over. I'm assuming nobody wants me to tell you about the Ohio State-Washington game that I am taking a look at from time to time. I like it when I take a look at it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. We don't have any Ohioans. I see a former Ohioan as that ball's drilled out the left center field. Over as A.J. Jones, and he makes the catch. Former Vol State Pioneer and Ohioan in Cincinnati Moeller. Ethan Here, the coach at Calvin University in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We don't like to say Michigan, but got to talk to him in between games. Finished his college playing last year at Earlham College in Indiana. Elijah Harris takes ball one. He is here recruiting for the Division III school Calvin. I'm not sure if it's college or university. I'd never heard of it before. He is a grad assistant coach there. It's good to see the former Moeller. Were they the Crusaders? Cincinnati Moeller, very, very well-known high school in Cincinnati. Harris all confused on that pitch. Takes a half-hearted swing on the 2-0 breaking pitch. Cincinnati Moeller, where Ken Griffey Jr. and Barry Larkin played high school, baseball and probably football. Slapped foul down the right field line. It will fall in the field of play, but bounce into the bullpen. Down goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. When I was in high school, Cincinnati Moeller football team was top in the state every year, them in Massillon, and then probably tops in the country. Then my high school ended up, after I left, probably 10 years later, started developing a reputation as one of the top football teams. Cincinnati Colerain. It's a public school, of course. Moeller, a private Catholic school. Full count Ministries, full count to Elijah Harris, a runner at first, 2 outs. Drilled out the left field, but that's where Dyson leaps. He can't get it. It one hops off the warning track. I didn't know that Elijah got a hold of that one too good. He's going to put on the brakes there at second base. Good. Thought he was toasted cheese. But a do-dat double drives in a run. On the full count pitch, scoreboard still showing 2-2. And Harris now 1 for 3. First extra base hit of the ball game and of the day by full count hitting. Adam Gordon scores from first. Of course, he was on the move. Now Gabe Eddington, 1 for 2, stands in. He takes a slow breaking pitch at 67 miles an hour for a called strike. So why'd you put a ball up there, Tim? Brain cramp. Tapper foul at the plate. And Watson gets ahead 0-2. Couple of pitches under 70 miles there. It's when you go get the Richie Allen 42-ounce bat. Instead of these 30 ounces, Elijah Harris, he's going to get in underneath the tag. He steals second. He didn't think Watson was going to look back. Nearly ran Ball State out of that inning, though, so that may have been maybe a little bit too aggressive. The 0-2 pitch misses down. Nice stop by the catcher behind the plate. See if I can figure out who that is. Could be Caleb Campbell behind the plate. Sharply hit ground ball to second. Backhanded by the second baseman, and his throw to first in time. See if I can figure out who that guy is if he ever turns around. He won't till he gets in the dugout. So we'll see if we can figure it out. Why did I not get that run up there on that? We'll get it up there. 11-4 is Ball State scores 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left aboard. We're through 5, scheduled for 7. 11-4 is the score. Take a quick break, be right back. So McConcrete called to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Drew Moorhead, 5'11", 195-pound right-hander, sophomore out of Rossview High School in Clarksville, Tennessee, the son of Jeff and Leishan Moorhead, and the grandson of Grandma Loco in Bowling Green. She's listening in on the Ball State Sports Network. I guarantee it, general studies major for the saves leader from a year ago in the TCCAA. Moore had a couple of starts here in the fall. This will be his 5th appearance, 3rd in relief. He's 7 innings of work, giving up 7 hits, 4 runs. They were earned, walked 1, struck out 8. Has plunked 3 batters, a 5.14 ERA. Opponents hitting .259 against the right-hander. And he will face Caleb Campbell, the number 10 hitter in the lineup, and the first pitch is high and inside. Let's see if I can figure out. That is Braden Baker at short. Tucker Smith is at third. Elijah Smith is still at second base, and Abe Goolsby at first. We might have a new right fielder. We do. Jaden Perez out in right. As Moorhead's gone 3-0 to Campbell's got a sacrifice fly RBI and was hit by a pitch. Scored a run in the fourth. 3-0, swing and a miss on a pitch, probably ball four. And a full count. Ministries full count. Comes all the way back, gets a fly ball out to center field. It's well struck. Going back is this still Gabe Eddington? No, it is not. It looks like. Is that Adam Gordon who's moved over? Nope. Oh, that's still Gabe Eddington out there in center field. A.J. Jones, a leadoff batter, looks at a ball outside the zone. This one gets in there, slow breaking pitch at 76 miles an hour. Swing and a miss. Jones been on base all 3 times he's come to the plate. Hit by a pitch. Scored in the first. Bunt single scored in the third. And he goes down swinging here. The first 2 retired by Moorhead. And Jones also walked and scored in the fourth. All-State looking for their first 1-2-3 inning. And looks like they're going to get it. Popped up to Braden Baker. Andrew Fulmer on the first pitch he sees. And a pop up, and there it is. It can happen. 1-2-3. The Bucks go down, and that follows Moorhead going 3 balls and no strikes to the first batter. So we're headed to the bottom of the 6th. All-State can't win this game. Well, I mean, that's not true. They can. We've figured out they can score more than 3 in an inning. Just got to score 2 quickly and then get you a big one with runners on base. Take a break and be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Nick Causey, the new pitcher on for Motlow State. 6 appearances a year ago. Had a save, 6 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 11 runs, 10 of those were earned, walked 10 batters, struck out 3, and plunked 4 last year. So control apparently an issue for him last year. He will pitch, I think, 1 inning here. Easton Denning, he's going to get another at-bat. I thought he was done after that second at-bat, but let's see, Terry, his dad, they're still here. Easton leading off, facing a little bit of a sidearm delivery there from Causey. See if Easton can get a pitch to hit. It is a sidearm delivery, and he hadn't had anything even close in the first 2 offerings from Causey, C-A-U-S-E-Y. Ball 3. There is a new shortstop as Andrew Fulmer, I believe, is going to pitch the 7th inning. Hunter Vaughn from Campbellsville, Kentucky, a transfer from Pensacola State, is the new shortstop. And a 4-pitch walk to Denning. Does not get a chance to get the bat off his shoulders. All right, I'm finally going to get to see that second baseman turn around. I'm going to be ready. Don't backpedal all the way to second base. Turn your back. He's backpedaling. Coach always says, keep your eye on the ball. You can't see it if you turn around. Tucker Smith, see if he swings at that first pitch. He does not. Breaking pitch moves him off the plate. Jaden Perez is on deck. Swing and a miss on a slow 69-mile-an-hour curveball. Three strikes. Tucker Smith waves at the last one. Route number 1. After 4 balls outside the zone to Easton Denning, he throws 3 strikes to Tucker Smith. And Jaden Perez steps to the plate, and he swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Jaden 1 for 3 in game 1, getting his first at-bat of game 2. The Miami, Florida native. He was at the full count banquet on Thursday, and we had some videos up there where some of the folks from Nicaragua were talking. Of course, they had the English caption or subtitles there for those of us that don't speak Spanish. I asked Jaden after, not a ball. Was he able to keep up with the Nicaragua Spanish, which I'm sure is different than the Spanish that he's spoken? He said, yes, he was. Drills that one out to center field, but A.J. Jones out there covers a lot of ground. Jaden put a charge into that one, but right at the center fielder. Now Brennan Mueller stands in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He lined out to the right fielder. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. And he's going to get on bases. That pitch hits him in the zapata. I think that's shoe. Abe Goolsby stands in. He gets the first hit batter of the game by Motlow State pitching. And another hit batter. Back-to-back pitches. Plunking Ball State hitters, and there is that issue that Causey apparently had last year with the strike zone. Braden Baker up for his second at-bat. Grounded out on the first pitch he saw to the shortstop as that fastball misses inside. Causey doesn't throw hard. He just is a sidearm pitcher that has movement. That pitch came back into Braden Baker's hands. Check swing. That ball gets out of the glove of the catcher. That's going to score 1. Denning comes in. That'll be a pass ball. I think that's back. Gallo is back behind the plate. out there talking to Causey now. I'm not sure if he was crossed up or not. Second pass ball by Alex Rodriguez Gallo. See if Baker gets a pitch to hit right here with 2 on. He does. Tapper apparently off his foot. Third base umpire makes the call. Baker did not move out of the batter's box, but Cap came in to field the ground ball. Get a strike on my scoreboard. Baker, a right-handed hitter. And he gets plunked. Bases loaded again. Leads the nation in hit by pitches, does Braden Baker. That is his 8th of the fall so far. He's played in, this is his 12th game. Adam Gordon steps in. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Come on, Adam. Get something in a gap. Swing and a miss on a slow breaking pitch. Baker had to scramble back, but no throw. Pitch lands outside. Quiet here at the old Reese Smith Jr. Stadium on the campus of MTSU. Another breaking pitch. 66 miles an hour. Three-run limit. But if he clears the bases with an extra base hit, we're going to score him. Just lays off of that breaking pitch. Catcher wanted to check with the first base umpire, but the home plate umpire did not ask. First base umpire was ready, though. We got a 4-man crew out here now. Somebody in the middle. 3-1 pitch. It's going to be called on the outside corner at the letters. And a full count, Ministry full count. There are 2 outs. The runners will be on the move. So if Gordon gets a pitch to hit and he can get something in the gap, everybody ought to score. Braden Baker runs well. He is slowly off. And ball 4. Scores a run. Would have been a very tough pitch if Adam Gordon had decided to take a hack at that. Second walk of the inning. 2 walks, 3 hit batters. Did I get the other run up there already? 2 runs, 5, 6. Yes, 11-6. Now Jonathan Stewart. Just go ahead and yank one out of here, Jonathan. Get us back to 11-10. If I had a yard card. You can use a yard card. Send me an email. It's not going to get out of here, but it is lifted into the air, right center field. Jones over to make the catch for the final out of the 6th. Stewart now 0 for 3. Ball State scores 2 runs on no hits. No errors. 3 runners left aboard. Heading to the final inning. 11-6. Motlow leads Vol State. I feel like I just caught him. Finally figured out who that second baseman is. It's number 9, Alex Ditmore, wearing the yellow sleeve on the right arm. DH earlier, and Coach Dan McShay did tell me that these DHs were probably going to play in the field at some point as well. Just never noticed that arm sleeve for Ditmore. Drew Moorhead, I noticed him. He's back out for his second inning. Ball 1 to Nick Causey is 3, 4, and 5 in the Motlow State lineup to face Drew Moorhead, the sophomore out of Clarksville. Popped up. That will get out of play, and Moorhead gets ahead. Last year, 19 appearances, 1 start. He had a 4-0 record. As I said, he had 7 saves. That led the conference. 36 innings. He's had 36 strikeouts. ERA just under 6. Another pop-up down the right side. Gillsby over, but that will land out of play. Count remains 1-2. Drew was on in some games, and some games he was not on. He gets that strikeout on the outside corner with that breaking pitch. Down goes Causey on strikes. Second strikeout of the game for Drew. He's retired the first 4 that he's faced. Now Hudson Separulo stands in. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher Moorhead. Adam Gordon in left, Gabe Eddington in center, Jaden Perez in right field, Tucker Smith at third, Braden Baker at short, Elijah Harris at second base, and Abe Gillsby at first. Jonathan Stewart still behind the plate. Moorhead gone 2-0. They'll make it 3-0 on Separulo, and Separulo's a big boy. He's got a big strike zone. Four-pitch walk. It's the first batter runner that Moorhead has allowed. And second baseman Alex Ditmore stands in. Over 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Wild pitch going to move Separulo to second. Another one down low that Stewart had to try to corral there. There's a called strike. Popped up in the infield. Braden Baker started back and comes in right on the grass to make the catch. We're out number 2. Another game of interest. University of Tennessee taking on Mississippi State. It's a game that's important in the Reese household. My son-in-law is a Mississippi State grad. But he married my daughter, who spent 3.5 years at University of Tennessee before getting her degree right here at MTSU. But she married in and living down there outside of Columbus near Starkville. So I'm sure she's rooting for Mississippi State in this ball game. My son and daughter-in-law, though, they bleed orange. My youngest daughter also got her degree at University of Tennessee, so she's going to be rooting for the Big Orange. And my wife, who did not go there, she just roots there because our kids went there. I'll root for Tennessee unless they're playing Ohio State. 3-0 pitch swung on and fouled off by Gallo. Charlie Cap on deck. 2 outs, runner at second base. That's the third time today that I've seen a opposing team batter swinging a 3-0 pitch. 3-1 pitch swung on. Blocked by Stewart, and the count goes full. Full count Ministries, full count. Scoreboard operator not paying attention to me. 3-2 pitch. Apparently just missed up. Ball 4. And now 2 on. 2 walks in the inning brings up Cap. This is the final inning for Motlow State. Here in game 1, they will take on Southwest Tennessee in the final game of today's action. Tomorrow, Dyersburg State, Columbia State, and Walters State will face off in doubleheaders. Moorhead misses high and away there. He looks like he's getting tired for some reason. Not sure if he's not feeling good either. Trent Miller said he wasn't feeling good earlier. Slider catches that inside corner. Popped up on the left side. Tucker Smith in foul territory over toward his dugout. Makes a catch right in front of the dugout for the final out. As Moorhead strands 2. He gives up 0 hits and 0 runs in his 2 innings of work. There were 2 left on in the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. This will be the final half inning of the day for Vol State. They trail 11-6. We're right back on the Vol State Sports Network. New pitcher on for Motlow State is indeed Andrew Fulmer. Started at shortstop. He'll face 1, 2, and 3 of the Vol State lineup. Elijah Harris, Gabe Eddington, and Easton Denning face Andrew Fulmer Freshman from Tullahoma High School, Tullahoma, Tennessee. First pitch swinging, Elijah Harris lines one out to center field. That's going to be caught. Assume still A.J. Jones is, again, aggressive at-bat by Harris. Swings at the first pitch, flies out. Finishes 1 for 4, had a double in his last at-bat. Gabe Eddington stands in. Gabe's 1 for 3. Got the first hit of the ball game. Could not hold up as he was ready to go on an 89-mile-an-hour fastball that was out of the zone. So Ohio State and Washington in college football today. Now Tennessee and Mississippi State. Oh, that's a foul ball. Eddington has that ball go behind him. He does not pull the bat down with him. It angles it, and it hits off the barrel. Could have gone fair, but went over toward the Motlow State dugout. He was thinking, I am going to get squared up with that one. Instead, it's foul ball. Another 89-mile-an-hour fastball. That one stays high. So Cap looks like he's now gone to shortstop. Guessing that's Causey back out at third. And Ditmore's at second. Another pitch goes behind Eddington, and he's saying, get me out of here. Causey hit 3 batters in his 1 inning. Now Full Count Ministries full count. We've got to find a Bible verse here for game 2. Fouled back. Count remains full. I think we've already used that one. Another fly ball to see if A.J. Jones can catch. And he can. 2 out. Easton Denning going to get another at-bat. 1 for 2 on the day, or in the game. I think we'll go with John 14:6. I don't even have to look that one up. Jesus declared, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. That's your Full Count Ministries verse of the game. John 14:6, one of the 7 I am statements by Jesus in the Gospels. Little heat right there that Denning hadn't seen much in the strike zone today. Takes a healthy cut. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sees it again. Fouls it back. And Fulmer, strike away from ending the game with Easton Denning at the plate. Tucker Smith on deck, hoping to get another at-bat. 1-2 pitch, lands outside. Denning hit one right off the knob of the bat. I'm sorry, the end of the bat. The knob is where his hand is. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt. And that ends the ball game. This one goes to the Motlow State Bucks, a game that takes 2 hours and 10 minutes to complete. 1-2-3 inning for Fulmer. Ball State. Would they pick up 2, 3, 4 hits in the ball game? So 6 runs 4 hits and an error. Motlow State 11 runs. The scoreboard says 7 hits. I think that's right. And 1 error. Winning pitcher will be Camden Scholler. And the losing pitcher, Tyler Zeligman. Zeligman, I believe, falls to 0-3. Not that that stat is really going to be kept up with, but never want to see it if you're a pitcher, for sure. Ball State falls to 3-4 against outside competition. And I think they're going to play a inter-squad game on Monday. Of course, I will not broadcast it, but I also will not score it. I'll be, weather permitting, I believe we're supposed to have nice weather on Monday, broadcasting a softball game. As didn't see her yet. Maybe I'll see her after the game, but Dr. T, Wendy Tostenson, the president of Vol State, was here in attendance, I assume with her husband Kyle. Glad to have them here, and I'm glad to have all of you folks watching and listening on the Vol State Sports Network. We're going to get our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. And let's see, I don't know that we had anybody with 2 hits apiece. Elijah had the only extra base hit and an RBI. He went 1 for 4. Let's see what kind of pitching we had. Drew Moorhead with 2 innings pitched, ran into a little bit of a roadblock, walked a couple of guys, but retired everybody else. We're going to make Drew Moorhead our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Congratulations to Drew. I'd like to give the pitcher some love as well. And this game goes final. Our next broadcast will be Game 2 of the USA Fall Showcase down at USA Stadium in Millington, Tennessee. That'll be at 3:30 against National Park College. I will not broadcast Game 1 that is played on one of the back fields. That's at 12:45. I would assume there's not going to be a broadcast of that game by anybody. I'm the only broadcaster that broadcasts in the fall. So you're welcome. I enjoy doing it and appreciate Ball State Athletics allowing me to do that. And Full Count Ministries, of course, use their equipment on the road. So that will end the showcases next weekend. Then finally have a home game back on October 7th. That'll be a midweek game, doubleheader against BC Athletics, the BCA post-grad team. That'll be at Gallatin Pioneer Field. Then UT Southern, the 2 weeks from today. That is a weekend at October 18th. KC Royals is the blanks we're talking about coming in that weekend. I was wondering why they would come in on the weekday, but it's not. That's a weekend. And let's see if I have a recap here. Hits by Elijah Harris, Gabe Eddington, Easton Denning, and Hudson Blank. The only 4 hits. Blank with an RBI. Harris with an RBI. The other runs were scored via pass ball and a wild pitch. So only 2 RBIs. Well, there's got to be others. Take that back. Abe Goolsby had a ground out RBI. Trying to look through here. And Adam Gordon had a bases loaded walk. That's right. So 4 RBIs out of the 6 runs scored by the Pioneers. That'll do it from Middle Tennessee State University. Appreciate their hospitality here for today's broadcast. We'll talk to some folks and maybe next year broadcast every game and maybe put my Venmo account up there and see if folks want to give a little love to the broadcaster next year. But who knows? May not even be around next year. We're all day to day, folks. Thank you again for listening. For Dr. T and for Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Head Coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese. Thanking you once again for joining me on a Vol State sports production on the Vol State Sports Network. Good night. God bless you.